Hey guys, Bulma here, and joining me is my sad boy child, Pip,
Hey guys.
and we're gonna play some Binding of Isaac today.
Yeah, we got a little treat for you guys. It's an extra long episode after all the delays.
Yeah, I know, so much footage was lost,
But as you can see here, guys, we've played a little bit of Isaac before.
just a little. Not too much. We're not crazy, we don't like it or anything.
I don't even know how many hundreds of hours we have on this. Everyone here at the Daily Brief plays this game.
Yeah. It's just, and there's just so many different characters and ways to play, and even if you're playing the same character, you're not gonna get the same playthrough,
Well, of course, you'll never get the same playthrough.
and I like that, it's...
Well, I mean, that's the roguelite style, it's always a little different, but,
And it's...
this one does it very well. It will keep you coming back and playing again, and even when you die. I admit it does suck when you get right up to the end and then you die. Just because, you got cheaped out or...
You got I got
a
all the best
bad
items.
couple rooms.
This kind of reminds me of just going through a dungeon in the original Zelda game, but without the shitty controls, and there's a lot more poop and cute little monsters instead of just little skeletons and bats. But yeah, I like the cute little map, just boop boop boop, go up the rooms and.
Oh yes, it's a very cute game.
It's got
very
that
dark.
old school kind of feel.
It's a very dark game. Very cute. If you guys are watching this and you haven't played it, oh man,
What are you doing?
it's worth the pickup.
Oh.
I mean, full. Yeah, I know I got stuck there. I mean, even at full price, this is worth it. I wouldn't even recommend that you wait till. Well, I mean, always recommend that you wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah.
But even if you pick it up for full price, you won't regret it.
I just don't feel like I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
No, not here.
Yeah, no, you can play this game for a long time.
Yeah, there's so many things to unlock. The new there's challenge ones you can do, where it'll just have some crazy rules set to it, like one where you can only use bombs and weird little things.
I don't like the challenge rooms. Those are really bad.
It's interesting. They are definitely tricky and make you want to bash your head. It's why would you even...
I mean, some of them are really fun. Some of them are insane. Now, I'm reasonably sure these guys take a whole heart if they hit you. And so I would have gotten killed if any of these would have hit me. Fairly certain.
I can't remember. There's been so many updates. Do we have all of them?
Yep.
Afterbirth Plus was the newest.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
We got the latest one, and I don't know, I didn't really play it that much. This is the one
played
that
it quite a lot.
This is the one that I have played the absolute least, and as you can see, we have still, got a hell run, a dark room run all the way on hard mode. We beat it on greedier mode, with the new character. We did it with all the other characters already. When I say we, it was mostly me. I won't take all the credit, but
mostly him.
A lot of the footwork for all that for all of those dark red outlines in the beginning were me.
Oh yeah.
Me in my free time. me when my anxiety kicked in and I just needed something to do for 20 minutes lest I go insane.
It is good for distracting.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Great game.
Super fun.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright. admittedly, I have never really gotten into like the modding scene for this game. I bet it's pretty awesome though. And I've seen a couple videos of people using mods, and I mean you can get some pretty wacky stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, like I heard there's like an Undertale mod.
All sorts of stuff. Like, all sorts of stuff. Game's been out a while. People have been working away at it. Oh, man. Well, later on tonight, after we get done recording this, we're off to see the new Star Wars movie. We're a little hyped.
Oh, yeah. Last Jedi.
Yeah, The Last Jedi.
I am so glad that we're finally watching it because I just don't want to get spoiled because we usually don't hop on watching a movie right when it comes out. Like the most recent one we saw was It, and
that was a good
one.
one.
We waited a little while after it had been out already. Like I knew so many people that had already seen it or saw it twice already. Theater wasn't too packed when we went, which was also nice, which is why I like going later. Kind of scared for tonight. I don't like being packed. Don't like being feel like a sardine, but I've been seeing so many ads. Like there'll be unskippable ads on YouTube for the movie, and we've been keeping trailer free, spoiler free, like everything. Know nothing about the movie. Kind of. Thanks, ads.
What, for Star Wars?
Yeah, for Star Wars. I've been seeing a lot.
I haven't seen anything.
It's because on my phone, like he doesn't have that. We don't have the ads on the computer. Have that turned off, ad blocker. But on my phone, nope. On unskippable ads or Facebook, I'll even get sponsored ads pop up in my feed, and I'm like, what the heck, man?
That's pretty buttholy.
I posted on my personal Facebook. I was like, if anyone posts spoilers or anything about the new movie, I'm gonna unfriend you or like
Yeah, we don't mess around with spoilers.
Don't ruin movies for people. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah, don't be a jerk. That's what it boils down to. Just don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a troll. Come on. Come on. We've all encountered them in our. If you're listening to this, you're probably a gamer, right? We're assuming.
Yeah.
We can go out on a limb here, right? We've all encountered those people online. And you know what? It's never fun. It's never enjoyable for anybody. I can't even fathom that the trolls are even having that much fun being human buttholes. But, you know, one never knows. I don't know. Don't do it, guys. Come on.
Yeah. But I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah. Gotta wait from that.
Trying to keep Battlefront 2 out of my mind because I definitely at first I was like, I wasn't really feeling the movie as much. But I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore that, not let it cloud my judgment.
I was thinking about this. This is why Disney actually came down on EA for this Battlefront 2 loot box nonsense. Because Disney was like, holy shit, we just bought Star Wars for billions of dollars, and you guys are now actually hurting enthusiasm for the films. What the hell? And so it does occur to me that if sales for The Last Jedi aren't, what they expect it to be, then they might attribute that to EA, and EA might get hit even harder after the fact. Which, if that happens, less loot boxes going forward, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I will admit that my enthusiasm over the movie has been hurt. Because I'm told that this game is canon.
Yeah.
If I go into this movie and anything is in it that I don't understand that is tied into that game, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, that wasn't a good move if that's the case.
I'm gonna lose it if that's the case. Now, I don't know. I've been very spoiler free, but I do have a kind of a pit in bottom of my stomach about that.
Oh, this is something completely off topic, but I just saw this. I was looking up some recent gaming news, and this was posted today at 1:47. So there was the Monster Hunter World beta recently this month.
Yes, yes.
Well, Capcom is going to allow PlayStation 4 owners to sample the game again. It's going to be the same beta, it sounds like, but this time allowing everyone on PS4 to give it a try, not just for...
The PlayStation Plus.
Yes, so if you...
Wow.
Yeah, everyone who owns a PlayStation can play the game. Most likely, if you want to do the online multiplayer, you will need the PlayStation Plus.
Of course.
But for all users, don't need PlayStation Plus, you can play the game. The second beta kicks off December 22nd at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and it goes into, hold on, it runs for a total of 4 days, ending at the same time on December 26th, or the 27th, depending on your time zone, but no PS Plus required to download it. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
So everyone else can get a chance to play it too.
I mean, guys, if you saw us play it here on the channel, it's fun. I recommend it.
Hell yeah.
I really don't think the footage did it justice, just how fun it was to run around and pole vault onto the back of a giant T-Rex. I mean...
It made me extra hyped.
Yeah.
Like, experience it for yourself. December 22nd, guys. And then again, that's December 22nd, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. for Eastern time.
All right.
And 5 p.m. for, is that Mountain time, it looks like.
Mountain time.
The Mountain time.
Oh, man.
Cool.
Things are different here on the mountain.
Everyone keeps saying that. I don't know what it means.
Let's get your tits out. Oh, you can't do that.
Man, that's really cool. I'm liking this game even more just because, they came out and said, we're not going to have that pay-to-win kind of system. There no microtransactions?
No microtransactions. I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Either way.
I don't want to speak out of turn, but to the very best of my knowledge, there are no microtransactions.
Even if there are, if it doesn't affect the game and you can... What?
I disagree with that statement. No microtransactions, period, in my Monster Hunter world. This was already talked about, you know what I mean? Guys, I don't support microtransactions at all, unless we're talking about a free-to-play game. If I'm paying you $60 for my game, I want the whole game.
They won't have loot boxes or microtransactions, they said.
Boom. There you go. There you go.
So, yes.
So I thought.
Yeah, no loot boxes or microtransactions, and then they're coming out with the beta on PS Plus, and now they're having it for everyone else who owns the PlayStation 4, like, rock on, like, that's really cool. Like, they care about you. They're like, hey, check out their game, like...
I don't know about if they really care about you, but they're doing some really good marketing.
They didn't have to release it on PlayStation for...
This is true. This is true. They didn't.
That's pretty cool.
This is true.
I was not expecting that.
Oh, no, me neither.
It was just a little article on the thing, like... It wasn't even one of the top stories, but it was posted today. I mean,
guys, I'll tell you what kind of kills me about this whole thing is I didn't really know about the Monster Hunter games in general before this. It was... I think every time I heard Monster Hunter, I always pictured Monster Rancher in my head. If you guys remember Monster Rancher? Come on.
Yes.
I always kind of pictured that, and so I always kind of wrote the game off. And then, I don't know, about a year ago, I saw some footage from some of the older games, and it looked awesome. And then I hear that they got a new game coming out, and so I got super excited about it. I think that's kind of the general consensus, because this game is way more hyped than any previous one that I've seen or heard about.
I mean, I didn't know anything about it until Pip told me about it, and I was like, what? Like, you go around fucking hunting monsters? I was like, oh my god, that sounds dope. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even care what else there is. I'm cool.
And the gameplay holds up, and the, I don't know, the marketing so far has been incredible. Like, rock on. We're excited. I'm excited for this game. I think Bulma here is excited.
Whoop.
Hope to get a couple of you all excited as well. Maybe we can all hop on together in some multiplayer on launch and throw down.
I don't know, a couple of you have already reached out and said you guys would like to play with us on that, so whoop whoop.
Oh, yes.
January 26th, I believe. 26th.
Oh, yes. When we have a little bit of free time, we've been very short on free time this month so far. Obviously, it's December.
Oh, yeah.
The holidays keep everyone a little busy.
Sorry.
Very nice. Very classy.
Very busy.
Very, very busy, and when we do have a little bit of free time, we plan on getting this, streaming up and running. And I'm speaking out of turn here. I'm going to say words that I don't understand.
Words?
Discord servers. It's a Discord server at some point, so we can talk with you guys and play with you guys.
Yeah.
Words. I don't know what a Discord server is.
Yeah, so.
But eventually. Eventually, we'll have the whole package up here and running.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll try not to ramble as much, too. No promises on that one, though,
Yeah, we'll also be able to, talk with everyone in chat while we're doing that, so that'll be a little
easier.
Yeah.
A little easier, a little more interactive. It can be a channel as a service. You know what I mean, guys? You guys can get a real sense of achievement and accomplishment. I'll stop. Oh, yummy breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, by the way, I didn't say it when I picked up the item forever ago now, but Sackman.
I'm not surprised. Destiny 2 dropped to $25. Jesus.
What?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah, this was posted Wednesday.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm legitimately shocked about that. Damn. Well, this is not surprising, seeing as of a few days ago, at least.
Yeah, this is lower than the Black Friday price.
Yeah, it is. Black Friday was like $37, I believe. Yeah, $25. Wow, guys, that's bad. Well, as of a couple days ago, Destiny 2 had a 1.5? A 1.5 on Metacritic score?
Ooh.
1.5 score on Metacritic? What? To put that in comparison, Star Wars Battlefront 2 has 0.9. So, I mean, that's not too good. Not too good there, guys. But they have immediately backed off on the DLC lockout that they implemented with their Curse of Osiris DLC. If you haven't been following, essentially they released some DLC that locked people who owned just the base game out of things that they had previously had access to, which rightfully pissed off a lot of people. and there's a big kerfuffle about it, and they pulled back on it. And, after reviewing the data...
Reviewing the data.
After you guys yelled at them, they decided that they didn't want to be the next Battlefront 2, so they pulled back on that really quick. Even though, guys, they essentially did this is the exact same thing that they did for Destiny 1, only the climate is such that gamers are not accepting that bullshit anymore.
The eyes are open.
Yeah. Thank good. It's about time. People are just tired of getting screwed. It's been happening for a long time now.
It's just getting worse. I
personally love it. I love it. Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels good to watch these companies that have just gotten to run rampant for years now. Now they get their comeuppance, and it means only good things for you and me and us, the gamers. Because now they're going to be scared as hell to put in these microtransactions. They're going to be scared as hell to put in pay-to-win loot boxes. They're going to be scared as hell to put in loot boxes, period. Because they saw what happened. And they know that it's in the limelight right now. It's being highlighted. So they're going to be extra careful for the next year at least.
Silly gaming people.
Well, meanwhile, while we've been, worried about Destiny 2 and loot boxes and EA, the FCC repealed net neutrality. Oh, God. Guys. R.I.P. nothing. Write your congressman. Pressure them. Do anything in your power to keep this conversation happening and going. Because this is not the last say in the matter. The fight continues. But, this was a blow.
It did not feel good yesterday. Yesterday.
No, it didn't.
I watched a little bit of the live feed, and
Oh,
it was
guys, it's bad enough that that it's happening, that basic internet freedom is being taken away and all the powers being given to giant billion-dollar corporations who trust them. They have our best interest in hearts. Trust them, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
What's worse is that while they're doing it, while they're repealing it, Ajit Pai and the other two people who on the FCC, I forget their names, who vote.
Who cares?
Well, you should care. They're the people who just voted away your internet. But the fact that they are so damn smug about it. I mean, they're sitting there smiling and joking and patting each other on the dick. You know what I mean? Like, oh God, guys, it's sick. It's sick. It's what it is. You know what I mean? They are straight screwing you while they just have the most cheesy ass look on their faces and the cheesiest grins and just ha 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 ha. Isn't it funny that these people are getting screwed and are really outraged about this? Ha ha. Isn't that amusing? I mean, it's enough to make someone fit to spit. I have been. Sorry if I harp on a bit, but this is a big issue. It affects everybody. Ah.
Uh,
Yes. Yep.
yeah.
But moving on, so we don't drag on. So we don't wallow too much in despair.
Yeah, we saw like
No fighting games on right now.
like the coolest little anime store at the mall yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice it when we first walked in, but I had looked behind me at the entrance and I saw there was on display a jacket from Attack on Titan.
Woo.
And I was like, oh, that is so cool. Like, it looked really nice, too. And, like,
Yeah.
oh, they just had everything. And, like, the music they had playing was jamming. Like, they had, like, remixes of the Fresh Prince theme.
Yeah, they were popping off Samurai Jack
yeah,
when we walked
Samurai
in.
Jack. And,
Back to the past. Gotta get back Samurai Jack.
ah,
Oh, that was good.
So cool.
It was popping.
I've seen a lot of figures, but this one I hadn't seen before. It was a giant box, and it was Trunks' time machine.
Oh man.
I was like,
Guys, they had all sorts of stuff. They had all sorts of figures.
a lot of them are like really cheap too, like some really nice ones, and they're
I mean,
like $30.
I'll let you guys in on a secret here. I'm a huge Gwenpool fan. Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen. I like fucking Spider-Gwen. I love it. I love that shit. I won't bore you by continuing on with my song, but believe me, it happens here about 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Love me some Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
And they had Spider-Gwen figures. They had all sorts of figures and
everything.
guys, I'm gonna waste a lot of money. I'm gonna waste a lot of money on figurines in the next year or so. It's just gonna happen. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time to weeb out a bit, you know?
Get in touch with the inner weeb.
Yeah.
Oh, and they had this really badass sword. How much was it? Like 300 something? She said.
Yeah, I don't know what anime it was from, but it was a big ass sword.
Yeah.
Like, I asked the lady behind the counter. I was like, "Hey, be real with me. How heavy's that thing?" And she's like, "Well, I have to use 2 hands."
Yeah, she said there was a guy that comes in every week to try and, like, he picks up the sword, he can 2-hand it, and he tries to 1-hand it, and he comes in every week to train up.
Yeah, he gets his workout on.
Pump on.
He gets his pump on with this giant anime sword.
That reminds me of this, it was like some convention, and they had this giant, I gotta find out which sword it was. A giant sword from Dark Souls 3, I believe it was.
Oh,
and there's a video of the guy trying to lift it up.
The great sword of our Taurus.
Yes, there we go.
Oh man, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You saw that video?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Guys, if you play Dark Souls 1, it's, if you play Dark Souls 1, you know about the Sword of Artorias. Some guy made a real life version of it. It's humongous. It's so big. Like, the guy who made it can barely pick it up. You know what I mean? I think it took 2 people to, like, hoist it in the air to get, like, that, like,
it was huge.
2-handed hoisting
like your character
it up shot.
just holds it on their on their shoulder, just walks around like, whoop, carrying this big ass sword, and it's like.
Well, I mean, if we're talking in the game,
you're
also walking around in Havel's armor, which is basically a boulder.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, you have to build up your strength stuff to be able to wield these things, but it's just like, do, and it's like.
Yeah, I'm about to say, in the beginning of the game, you can barely carry a broken sword. Much like in real life, guys, you gotta build your stats up.
Indeed. Speaking of Dark Souls, Dark Souls 3 and all of its DLC is just $30 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Complete
Man.
edition.
Well, that's a pretty good price point. I don't know. Having beaten Dark Souls 3 in its entirety, and I'm sitting here replaying Bloodborne and thinking back to all the fun that I had in Dark Souls 2 and 1. I'm kind of feeling like Dark Souls 3 was not as good, even, like, it just wasn't as good. It just wasn't as strong. Now, you know, Chris Balma has not played 1 and 2 all the way through. So I don't know if she could have the, you know, share in the same grievances as I have with the series.
Yeah, I feel like I should definitely beat my game on 3 first before attempting another game, especially since I'm still playing Bloodborne and some other games. Like, the balancing is non-existent almost. I do mean to play them, though. I've seen tons of Let's Plays, you know.
I mean, this isn't to say that it's not good. Like, Dark Souls 3 is very good. It's just, I just think 2 and 1 are better. Like, they're stronger games. 3 looks prettier. 3 looks shinier. But I mean, I feel like one was deeper.
Slayer.
1 was deeper and it's just a little better. 2 had a lot more content. And it was very fun. I did a lot of PvP in Dark Souls 2. It was good. Good stuff. Bloodborne. Obviously, Bloodborne's that hacky slashy go wild type of fun. I don't know. Dark Souls 3. Just didn't rub my fanny the right way, man. I don't know. I can't even explain it, and now I feel dumb for bringing it up.
I used to watch this guy play Dark Souls games on YouTube, and he said he liked 3 the best, even though he's never played 1 or 2. And I was like,
If you haven't played 1 or 2, how can you have an opinion on the 3rd one being the best?
I don't know, I was kind of like, because he plays a lot of those newer, fancy, like, you know, the newer, shinier games, so he's probably just going, you know, this one looks better and it plays better, so I like this one better.
That's fine if you like shiny, brand new games. I do too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not gonna be like,
Lord knows I have
these other games.
Lord knows, guys, we have a giant pile of brand new, shiny games. But how can you have an opinion about that if you haven't played the first 2?
Yeah. Kind of.
That's like those people who are like, you know, I don't really like old films. Because they're old? Because they're grainy?
Like what?
What? No.
Tons of movies I love that are older. Like,
if you know a person that like that, just goddamn point at Star Wars.
Blazing Saddles.
I mean, just point at Star Wars, and go. All right, now look at this, and then look at the prequels. Game over, man.
The prequels.
You
will try.
Oh no. Hold on. Ewan McGregor?
Yes, Ewan McGregor.
Ewan?
I know it starts with an E. It's like Ewan.
Ewan. All right, guys. Obi-Wan Kenobi couldn't save that movie. Oh, he tried so hard.
He did.
He tried so hard. Oh man. Every time I watch that scene, like, he almost pulls me into it. Every time, because he's so good. You were the chosen one. Oh. And he's just acting this shit.
You were my brother.
You were my brother, Annie. He's acting the shit out of that scene. And Mannequin Skywalker over there. You will try.
Oh.
In my eyes, it is the Jedi who are wrong. Oh. And you know, I've heard people go, well, you can't blame Ewan McGregor. You can't blame Mannequin Skywalker. What's his name? You can't blame Mannequin Skywalker for that. You know, sometimes it's the director and the direction that he's getting.
Did you see Jumper?
Yeah.
Did you see Jumper?
Yeah, guys. He acts the same.
Hayden
Christensen. God.
Ugh.
He acts the same in every movie that he's in. He's terrible. He's just terrible. Like. I could.
It's coarse, and it gets everywhere.
I have never acted a day in my life. I have never even been in a camera that wasn't for a school function. When I was a kid, my mom has some videos of me singing in the school chorus. That's the extent of my acting abilities. I could act circles around him. A moderately intelligent dog could act circles around Hayden Christensen. At least the dog would look sad in the scene. You know what I mean? Oh. Alright, guys. There you go. There's our very controversial opinion about Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars prequels. I know. Save your hate comments for a different channel. Oh,
wow, this is really sweet. This was just 8 hours ago, talking about how Canada's game industry is thriving, one Cuphead at a time.
All right.
The makers of Cuphead, they had set up studio in Oakville, Canada.
Oh, those Hoosers.
The Hoosers.
Those Hoosers.
And over the past 5 years, it's given jobs to about 25 people on and off. The family mortgaged their homes and took risks on a vision for a 1930s cartoon-style platform game.
Hell yeah.
And as we know, it's paid off with sales of at least 1.5 million. And they just recently earned a compliment from the Canadian Prime Minister. That's insane. Way to go, you guys.
Hell yeah.
It's really nice to see that in the indie gaming.
Cuphead.
Yeah, Cuphead is amazing. They deserve everything, every reward, all the success they're making.
Oh, yeah.
Such a cute, charming, hard as fuck game.
They took a risk, you know what I mean? They took a risk, and the gaming market is a better place for Cuphead's existence, whether you love it, whether you hate it. God damn, how can you hate it? It's so charming. Even if it's too hard for you, go watch a Let's Play. It's so cute.
Yeah, fully support this game.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, Mr. Meeseeks box. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, yes sirree. Oh, 3 pretty flies. Well, if you guys didn't know, if you get 3 pretty flies, you are basically invincible to projectile attacks. Every once in a while they can still squeak in through the 3 flies, but, for the most part. 99 out of 100 of them will not get through. Although, if you ever if you ever played this game a lot, there's this character called the Lost, where you essentially have 1 health. If you get hit once, you lose. And it is the dream of every Lost run that you get 3 flies, so you can basically, not get hit and avoid it. And sometimes when you get the 3 flies and you're on the Lost run and you still get hit randomly in that 1 out of 100 time, it's enough to make you just want to rip your computer out of the wall and hurl it through the window.
Through the window, through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's Mom!
Isaac! I'm getting wrecked. Getting wrecked.
Incoming news. Incoming news.
No, the incoming news.
Yeah, not really.
I see what you're doing.
Not exactly my bag because I don't mess with Grand Theft Auto Online.
Oh.
But Rockstar unveiled a crossover with Red Dead Redemption 2 for Grand Theft Auto Online, which, as we know, if you don't already, Red Dead Redemption 2 is supposed to be coming out spring 2018. But, so there is a mission they have implemented in the online where you will get an email on your iFruit phone in the game, and you'll get a clue, and you'll be led to a special double-action revolver weapon, which then you can take part in a special headshot challenge in free mode, and the weapon, you'll unlock a weapon for your game in Red Dead Redemption 2 on Xbox One or PS4.
Lame.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Lame.
Like I said, not my bag because I don't play online, but it's like, what are you guys?
That's not a good start. That's not a good start. Red Dead Redemption 2 fans are already scared.
I think we already talked about this. I don't really play the online a lot. It was kind of fun playing it on Red Dead Redemption. I remember when I first hopped on there was like no one playing. This is like 2015. There was no one playing the game. I hopped in. I'm standing in the town, and it's literally a ghost town. And then I see a little person like pop up on the screen. It says someone's online. I'm like, okay. The mic comes on, and I just hear some little 10-year-old kid. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. And I was like, oh my god, shouldn't this kid be in school? This is the only person online.
You know, for a second, I was holding my breath there going, please don't say something that I have to edit out right now.
Yeah. But then, like, any other time I played after that, then there were so many people playing. Like, I don't know what happened there, but I just ran into Billy the Kid, I guess.
That's so cute. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Some little kid taking his first steps into role playing.
Yep.
Oh, it's adorable. Oh, I remember the first time I played World of Warcraft, and I started on a PvP server. That ended very poorly, as you can possibly imagine. I started like a month after the game released. There's already like PvP guilds where, you know, we're just gonna go and hate murder all the noobs who are just starting. Oh yeah, it was brutes. So, you know, that lasted like 5 minutes, and then I switched to a server of my friends who happened to be on a roleplay server. And I was younger at the time. I won't disclose my actual age. I don't want you guys to know. No. But, no, I'm teasing. I must have been like, I don't even know, 14, 13. I thought you had to roleplay on the server, okay? And so, you know, I walked around as my big troll, and I role played the hell out of it. It was
cute.
It was pretty fun. You know what I mean? The first time I'd done something like that. So I mean.
Can you give us a taste?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Just a taste.
No.
Just a taste.
No. No, man. We don't be doing that. No more. We have practices and standards now. All right, that's it.
Woo! Like my first.
This was in the day before they took away my awesome dwarf song about killing the dwarfs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a parody of the I Smoke Two Joints song, and some soccer moms with too much free time on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah. What were you saying?
Oh, I think my first introduction into role playing was RuneCraft.
Woo, RuneCraft. That's old school.
Not RuneCraft. RuneScape. I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
of
Yeah,
Warcraft.
yeah.
You got me all mixed up. RuneScape. RuneCraft.
Nah, you're totally right. I know, right? As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh yeah.
I remember I don't remember too much because I was like, I don't know, probably 11 or 12 when I was playing it. But I remember there'd be like, I just walk around, and then there was this area where it's just a whole bunch of skeletons, and it looked like some big trenches or something. I don't even know. That game was weird. A lot of people walking around looking to buy girlfriends and stuff. Yeah, it was weird.
Because of course. I remember I played EverQuest forever and a half ago. I don't even know how old I was. You know, me and a friend of mine, we hopped on, and we couldn't figure out how to attack the rat outside of town. I think we were playing like a mage, and we couldn't figure out how to cast a spell at it. And so we just kept repeatedly dying over and over to like the level 1 rat outside of town.
Oh my god.
Because all our attacks would
rat.
Yeah, all our attacks would miss it, and it would just chip away at us until we died. So that was my very first experience with an MMORPG. It was pretty jarring.
Oh, the rat's just like, oh, look at these guys again. Hold on, watch this.
Yeah, no, it happened like 8 times, and then I logged off and just continued to play StarCraft. As you do.
Oh, shit.
StarCraft 1. The good one. It's popular to take jabs at Blizzard. I was taking jabs before it was popular, though.
You know, hipster status.
Yeah, man, hipster status. The boy's not a ghoul.
What? Posted 12 hours ago. Remember, weren't you talking about the remastered Medieval?
Yeah.
Apparently the Medieval's creators had no idea the PS4 remaster was happening. Huh.
And all of a sudden, the hype dies away.
Uh-huh. What?
So what does this mean? Does this mean that somebody sought to make an easy buck off of somebody else's hard work? Is this like a Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back scenario where they were going to make a movie without telling them about their check? Well, I guess in the Jay and Silent Bob movie they had a check coming and they kind of screwed their way out of it. But that sounds shady.
I guess it's still going on. They just, I guess they didn't know, but they thought it was they just kind of wrote it off as another fan-made game or trailer. But then it turned out that it was an actual 100% official Sony announcement, and they said at first they were rather bemused than happy at the thought of their fun game being released.
Okay.
They have high hopes for the new remaster.
That's weird as hell.
Yeah.
Like, if you're Sony, can you even do that? Can you be like, yeah, we're just gonna remake your game because we own the property license? I guess. I mean, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably how that works. You know what I mean? They own the license and ISP to it, or an ISP. They own the license to it, so they can probably just do whatever the hell they want.
Interesting, though. Yeah.
Well, keep being cool, Sony. Don't be weird.
Yeah, the creator and the lead designer were just totally in the dark about this until the Sony announcement recently, PSX.
I mean, in our last video, we just talked about how Sony's been doing things pretty right lately.
Yeah.
Aside from some, minor gripes here and there with, like, PlayStation Plus, grumble. But, I mean, overall, they've been making good games, making quality games. They haven't been abusing the loot boxes to a terrible degree that I can think of. Yeah. Rock on, Sony? Question mark? Don't be shady?
Yeah.
We'll keep you posted on that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We call out shade, don't worry.
Oh, yeah. The shade callers.
Oh, yeah. Like Fox.
Fox.
Fucking Fox. What's terrible about all, guys, we're not gonna be the guys, we're not gonna be the people to, talk to you about copyright strikes and DMC takedowns and all that.
No.
But, it's one of those things that what they're doing is incredibly, it's illegal. You know what I mean? Like, what we're doing is legal.
Yes.
The video that we're posting is completely protected under fair use laws.
Mm-hmm.
This was a court case that already went to court. We Googled it.
Yep.
This was a court case that went to court over some woman had a video of her kid dancing and Michael Jackson was in the background. Some Thriller was in the background.
Yeah.
And, they were trying to say that, she can't have our song in the background. And the court said, screw you, this is her own home video. This is fair use.
Yeah, and like the audio is so distorted. And we've added in our own images and text over it, like.
Well, that and we're giggling like little school children in the background of it too.
Yeah, this is just Fox, oh, it's a tiny little channel.
Oh no, it's just it's probably an algorithm that's hitting it for some reason or another. But they're probably sure there's not someone sitting at a computer maliciously doing it. But yeah. But,
rubbing their hands together and like, oh, fuck you, daily brief. Game on!
But,
they're out to get us! Just kidding.
It's just shady. The reason they do it is because they can get away with it. That's all. You know what I mean? They think, oh, well, whatever. What are they going to do about it? Unfortunately, we're just going to go ahead and fight it and put it back up and screw you, Fox.
Yeah.
Because we're not monetizing this channel and
yeah.
we're not trying to make any video. We're not trying to make any money off of it, so they can stuff it up their butts.
Yep. And it is viewable right now. I have shared it on the Facebook page. Go ahead and check it out.
Oh gosh, we were dying.
Oh my god.
Like, we were dying when we were watching it.
I whipped my camera out so fast.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh god. Lightning just struck and the content gods made it so.
Yeah. I mean, I think we were actually sitting here recording this when it happened. Very fortuitous.
Indeed.
Oh, guys. I just want to throw this out here. I haven't played this in a hot minute.
Yeah.
First time back in the old saddle here. We're just going for broke. All the way to the chest room. Huge chest ahead. Horse butt.
Horse butt.
What? Amazing chest ahead. We just have to kill the little angel. Aw. I don't wanna. I like Isaac. No, Isaac.
Didn't want to do it to you, bud.
I didn't. But you forced my hand. We got a little fat friend and our little devil friend. The devil friend eggs me on to do bad things. Like kill little boys with wings. Pew! I wasn't too sure when I first picked up this Ipecac. Is that what it's called? Ipecac.
Yippee-kick.
Because I already had the bouncing thing going on. It is a that $3 bill. That thing is evil. Especially with the lob shot. It basically just shifts your whatever. It changes your attack every constantly. So maybe sometimes you'll shoot out 5 at a time. Sometimes then you'll shoot out ones that are on fire, and then you'll shoot out ones that are really tiny.
I like consistency in my shots.
Yes. Especially when they explode.
When they explode.
When they explode. And they deal damage to you.
I'm so ready for Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah, I've never played Shadow of the Colossus.
Me either, but I remember watching one boss battle thing back in the day ski.
I'm very thrilled to say I have never seen anything with Shadow of the Colossus.
You are in for a treat.
I have avoided all spoilers. I have avoided... Well, I'm lying. I know what the game's about. I know the big twist, quote-unquote twist at the end. I dig that. But I've avoided all, videos of the bosses, how the combat works, everything. Going in totally blind. I'm super hyped. Bulma here has seen some footage and knows what's going on vaguely.
Yeah, I can literally just recall this one boss battle I saw, and it was pretty badass. Epic.
I'm about to say, no, don't spoil it.
Oh, of course. Of course not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, guys, we promised to talk about the changes to Patreon last video. And, we're here to say there's no need.
Yeah.
Essentially, what they were going to do was screw the $1 and $5 tiers by adding in a 25-35% extra charge per transaction. So essentially, if you were paying $1, you were now paying $1.35. If you were paying $100, you were paying $135, or $100.35. I mean, not that big a deal if you're making bigger donations, but the $1 and $5 donations definitely feel that. And a lot of people were really outraged. A lot of people were losing, their Patreon subscribers, and guys, a lot of people, this is how they make their living. This is what they do for a job. This is how they support their families. I mean, a lot of effort goes into this stuff. I don't blame people for being very upset that when you screw with their livelihood. You know what I mean? You wouldn't like it if someone came into your job and just said, you know what, actually, from now on, we're going to take 35 cents away from you out of every paycheck. For no reason. For no reason. Like, you're doing your job just as well as you always have been. And, we just decided we need more money and you need less. So, whoa.
Yeah.
But, everyone was really outraged about it, and Patreon listened, and they pulled back immediately. The change never even went live.
Yeah, I got an email 2 days ago from Patreon saying, "Dear creators, from the bottom of our hearts, we're truly sorry. Last week's service fee announcement caused a tough week for you, your patrons, and your teams. We were trying to solve a problem for creators and in turn cause more problems for you and your patrons. And they said we're not going to roll out the changes to our payment system that we announced. Woohoo!
Rock on Patreon. It's good to see a company that, you know, listens to its consumer base and
Indeed.
doesn't let things get out of hand.
I was really worried about this when Pip told me about it.
I was
At the start
too.
of the week, I was like, because we've created a Patreon, but we're not pushing for it. We're, you know, we just have it up, and you know, it's not what we're worried about. It's on the way back burner. You know, we're just trying to make videos, and
That's why we're not plugging it.
yeah.
It's essentially not a thing. It's up, but it's not a thing yet.
Yeah, I was worried for the future what that could mean for us, but it looks like we're not going to have to deal with that. So
Nope.
that's really cool, and that takes that off our shoulders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, essentially, before we wanted to go anywhere near getting funding or anything like that, we wanted to have something that was worthy of even asking for donations for.
Yeah, I just want to pop off and be like, hey, give us money.
Give us money.
Like, no.
No, it's not what it's about. We want a good community and good interactions with you guys.
And good gaming.
Yeah, and we're going to prove it to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put our money where our mouth is on this, damn it.
Mm-hmm. We are.
OP! Alright, guys. Well, if you sat here through the whole video,
Congratulations.
congratulations. Thanks so much. We figured we'd give you guys an extra long one for the delays that have happened for the past couple days.
I still got some things I need to re-record, like some Xenoverse 2 footage, so that'll be coming up.
Oh, we have it all coming up.
All of it.
So much.
All of it and more.
Oh, yes. And it'll keep coming.
Whoop, whoop.
Infinitum.
Fancy words.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. That's a thing.
The end.
The end, folks.
Well, thank you guys for continuously supporting us here at the Daily Brief. Daily uploads.
On the Daily Brief. See ya!